Welcome back. I don't even remember where we were, but I do need to tell you a short story. So, I sit at my desk for this, and I usually wear shorts when I'm at home. And I was sitting here, and I was like, man, my legs are always cold. I just don't know how to fix this. And then it occurred to me I could just wear, jeans. So, I have fixed my pants problem. Oh, right. Okay. So we were trying to get to... That's probably far more information than you needed to hear. We were trying to get to Kania, Port Kane. The problem is... that. Yeah. Okay. We're actually not doing horribly. Our real problem is if they start throwing those... My goodness. You have to run out of this eventually. Okay. Okay. I think we're good now. So we can just drift through space here. And as long as we only have to deal with one at a time... Okay, we should have waited for them to get a little closer. Believe it or not, this is a perfectly acceptable strategy. See, that guy doesn't care. He knows. He knows what's up. He knows that these prodigal sons are not proper. Okay, I am worried we're being a little greedy here because we got such a good start here. Oh no, we're fine. Oh my goodness, that took so many. Okay, so we do indeed need to run away. Well, we will proceed on our very slow space chase through the galaxy. Maybe this is what happened in episode 8. The trouble is, we really can't take too many hits. Okay, so we need to slow down a little bit. Not that much. Well, I don't know. This is probably fine. We want to keep a good distance while our shields are recharging. I kind of wish there was something that went past ×2. Yeah. What we really need is to convert some of our cargo space into mass, which will slow our turn radius. I wonder if it's -1 degree a second. It might be. And then we can just need to buy something that will recharge our shields, or find somebody that sells better shields, something like that. Well, that Fed Viper can do just anything it wants, I guess. So... Oh, he's going to get angry at us. Still, I think we're okay. This was probably a bad idea. Oh, this was a bad idea. Okay, it is taking him a little time to turn around. Okay, we're good. We are good. No one's angry at us. Hopefully this Marauder will be fine. Now we just have to make our way back to Port Kane. Who? Okay, so as long as that guy doesn't get angry at us, I think we're okay. A Federation reinforcement fleet isn't the best, but if they... Oh boy. Oh yeah, no, we're okay with that. We are totally okay with that. In fact, we're going to go over here and destroy it so that the Federation doesn't try... Hopefully the Federation will just get out of here now that they don't have a reason to come over here. We got a board, I mean, it's free money, right? Ugh. Slow down. Oh. There we go. Sure, why not? Oh, well, fine. Okay, we're going to try to avoid the Federation because we don't particularly want them inspecting our cargo. It is just a few destroyers, so we should be fine. Nope, not them. This. Excellent. When you land, you see an elderly-looking brown-cloaked lady with gray hair hurry up the ramp and onto your ship. Two gray-cloaked men who are flanking her stand at the bottom of the ramp, as if guarding it. "Biz Andrea!" exclaims Muranda almost reverently, which causes you to look at her suspiciously. "What has happened?" "I'm being followed by Federation troops," the old lady informs you both, "and I have no wish to be detained by them." At that moment, you see a number of Federation soldiers begin entering the spaceport, running towards your ship, and the two men in gray snap into action. Within seconds, they decimate the Federation forces in the most awesomely skilled and stunning display of martial arts you have ever seen. When they finish with the soldiers, they run back up the ramp and enter your ship. "Young man, I suggest that we get out of here before more of them show up," suggests Biz Andrea gently. "Make for Nil a Mjolnir in the Mjolnir system." Mjolnir. Interesting. I don't know. Okay, so this is going to be another one of those... Oh. I thought we were going to be in a bit of trouble, but it turns out we're fine. Oh my. Okay, never mind. They were coming after us. I just didn't wait. Yeah, they are definitely chasing us. This could be problematic. Okay, yeah, they're right on our tails. We just need to... We need to be far, far away. I think we're fine. They aren't going to be able to get to us. Yes. You realize that your passengers are all members of the mysterious Polaris civilization, and although you want to ask many questions of them, the casual stares of the two men in gray keep your curiosity in check. As soon as you land, Biz Andrea is greeted by a man garbed in an all-green outfit, who lays his hands on the head of the elderly woman. After a few short moments, he nods his head and allows Biz Andrea to step off your ramp. "By now, you know that we are of the Polaris," says the elderly woman over her shoulder at you, "but you may not understand the enormity of your actions over the last few days. To help you understand, know that my full name is only Andrea. Biz is the title given to the leader of the Polaris ruling council." After a few moments, the enormity of her words begins to sink in. Why was she in the Federation? That is a very good question. You have just saved the leader of the Polaris from being detained by the Federation, and you begin to ask several questions like, why was the Federation given Biz Andrea's position trying to detain her? "I will not answer all of your questions at this time," she informs you quietly, as if reading your thoughts, "but I can convey our gratitude." You shift uncomfortably under her piercing gaze. "You were offered 20,000 credits for your services," Biz Andrea continues, "but I will make sure that you receive 5 times that amount in thanks for your deeds." Okay, 100,000 is almost worth it. I don't know. You're the leader of the Polarans, and, you know, ships cost millions and millions of credits. You could maybe go 50 times? I don't know. "I will also allow you access to the docking computers where my people lodge their travel requirements. You will be the first non-Polaran ever to be allowed to ferry my people from place to place." With that, Biz Andrea, the green-cloaked man, and the two men in gray turn and walk away, seemingly in unison. "I cannot thank you enough for what you have done," Muranda tells you as she too exits your ship. "You have done us a great service. If you wish to continue helping us, I will be making myself useful on the planet Muar-Haro, and if you drop by, I will make sure that you get some more work." Well, we definitely want that. Unfortunately, I don't... Oh, it is right there. Okay. Let's buy a map. Maps are always nice. Well, this might be a good time to go exploring. I don't know. There's a lot of galaxy out there. I kind of want to get the ability to buy some Polaran outfits though, because their stuff is pretty awesome, I'll be honest. So you'll notice that we are on the other side of the heading to Murhari. That's one of the great things about this. It's a bunch of stories and oh man, I love this. I love this game so much. Out of the corner of your eye, you catch a waving motion, and you turn to see the auburn hair and cheerful smile of Muranda. "How are you, Captain Lepsis Magna?" she asks happily. "What do you think of the Polaris now that you have had a chance to look around?" You mutter a few vague comments about being very impressed about it all. "Come now," she exclaims, pretending to be cross. "Certainly you can do better than that." Cross? Wow, okay. You smile sheepishly, and she laughs kindly. Sheepishly is one of those words that almost immediately makes me have a a lisp in the rest of the sentence. It's like, you smile sheepishly. I guess it's not a lisp, but whatever. Now that you're here, she continues more seriously, the the Polaris, name for the scientist cast, could use the help of an independent ship captain to perform some experiments and retrieve some data for their various scientific endeavors. We got a message a few days ago that when they heard that one of us, Muhari, had been in contact with you, to ask if you would be willing to help out. Are you? Of course. Experimental weaponry? That sounds amazing. Our scientists will be pleased, comments Miranda with a smile. Go to Par Aid and the paid system, and they will explain their needs further. I believe that they want you to help them out with their studies of the Wraith. Now, the Wraith. Okay. You give Miranda a puzzled look at the mention of the word Wraith. They are some sort of space-based life form, she informs you. For some reason, they attack all Polaris ships on sight, and they are very dangerous. Just be careful, she tells you with a smile. If you keep your wits about you, everything should work out. Just remember that a large number of Polarans are watching you carefully because they are not sure whether or not to trust you. Not all of them have worked with you before, like Biz Andrea and I have done. Except, Biz Andrea, or Andrea, being, the leader of the Polaran Council. If she says we're good... Anyway, so they are a little suspicious. Something like this would go a long way towards gaining you acceptance among us. Except, Oh well. Regardless, she finishes with a grin, I wish you the best of luck out there. Anything in the bar? No. Okay. What about the mission BBS? Look at that. 25,000... 12,500. This one's not bad. How far is it? Well, I do kind of want to know where that is, so let's head that way. I almost think it's time to, maybe once we get the Polaran outfits, we'll go explore the galaxy. No. We'll take a break. I'll grind up some money. Because we do need 40 million at the end. Let's land somewhere. Oh, this is the capital of the Polaran Empire. Kellar-Lee. Kellar-E. Wait. Now I don't know if this is the place we're supposed to go or the scientist space. I think this is the place we're supposed to go. I'm sure it's fine. Kaminkek. That sounds like the place we were supposed to ferry these people. But of course, there are no... Wow, that's... I never noticed that it runs off the end there. Youngest person in the room, 150 years old, yada yada yada. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good at what they do. Real question is, what sort of ship should we buy from them? Because eventually we're going to get the ability to buy ships from them, and that will make me very happy. I don't remember if I finished my thought, but once we get the ability to buy Polaran outfits, they have some of the best, they have all the best stuff in the game. It's not even fair. But we might, or I want to explore the galaxy, but I want to grind up some money. Oh yeah, okay, I did say this. I want to grind up some money before that. You are met by a youthful-looking man dressed all in blue, which you notice seems to be the norm for most of the people on this planet. Allow me to introduce myself, he begins formally. I am Pagina, and I will be your contact with Pate until you have learned our language. You nod, realizing that it makes sense for you to learn the Polaris tongue. Yes, I'm sorry. You nod, realizing that it makes more sense for you to learn the Polaris tongue than it does for all the Polaris to learn yours. It's fair. Take some time to freshen up, he tells you politely, and meet me in the bar in 2 hours, and I shall give you the outline of your first mission with us. He bows before turning away and leaving you standing alone. You shake your head and go to see about getting your ship serviced. Once again, we'll buy a map, because I don't know where this guy's going to send us. As you sit sipping your drink, you see the slim, somehow bookish figure and brown hair of Pagina enter the bar. You have to wave to attract his attention before he makes his way over to you. You all freshened up? He asks in his polite manner, and you nod. Get good. To explain your mission, many Pate have been curious of reports from the Nilkemoria over the last few years that the Wraith, a hostile race occupying the space to the northwest of our own, have begun to wink in and out of physical existence, leaving only a strange energy signature that can be followed on radar. We need someone to carry some scientific instruments deep into the Wraith-held space to try and observe this phenomena more closely. That's where you come in, he nods in your direction. Are you prepared to help us out? Of course. Excellent, he exclaims with a smile and in his first break of decorum. He continues more seriously. At the furthest limit of our exploration to the northwest into the Wraith space, we have located a gas giant, which we believe they use as a source... I can't talk today. Which we believe that they use as some sort of home base, although we have no idea why. It is one of the busiest systems in the region, and will allow us to garner highly accurate data by allowing us to observe numerous Wraith. You know, I don't remember if we ever learned what the Wraith are, because I did say that the Wraith are the only alien species. I said it was the asteroid race, but that was not actually, they aren't actually aliens. You will have to give the equipment we load on board your ship a few minutes to take all the necessary readings, Vagina informs you seriously, after which you can return here and we will ensure that you are financially recompensed for your troubles. Also, we have come to an arrangement with the Nilkemoria, so you can purchase some of our ships, which will have a much longer range than your Federation technology vessel, which will be more than a little handy on this mission. Psh! I suggest that you get one. Finally, he warns quietly, the Wraith have a history of attacking ships without provocation, so keep your wits about you. Well, you say we can buy them, but we can't... Oh, there is actually a shipyard here. I kind of want to go to Kellar E, just because I believe there's a better shipyard, but we don't really... I don't really expect us... So we got 9 jumps. Yeah, I don't really expect us to need anything, but... I don't really expect us to be able to buy any of the cool ships. None of their warships, you know. Now we have to guess which one of these has the shipyard. Probably this one, yeah. Even though it would make more sense for it to be on the space dock, because it's easier to build things in zero gravity. So, this has a maximum jump of... Does not say... Does it say fuel? I don't see fuel. Shields, armor, space, cargo, energy. Energy, 10 jumps. Okay, so that is pretty far. It's just... It's only one more. I mean... Yeesh. 250, 1 million, 1.1. Yeah, none of those are any good. No offense, I suppose. Off we go, exploring, then. Yeah, the exploration is... enjoyable the first time. There's a lot to explore, though, so I don't know if we're going to do that on camera or at all. Most of it is not rewarding. In fact, I would say all of it is not rewarding, because unless you need to know how to get places, there's no reason to go exploring the vast wastes of places. Oh yeah, they're fighting the Wraith. Yeah, we don't need to deal with that. Speaking of which... Oh yeah, these guys. I forgot about those guys. They're weird. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, see, it's Wraith. We are truly in alien lands. Theoretically, we should be okay. If we just, don't attack anything, we should be fine. Wait, seriously? Already? Okay. Usually we have to wait a little longer, I think because we were supposed to wait for the Wraith to show up, but they're already all here, so... It's so quiet in space. But seriously, we We don't need longer range. We're fine. Also, whose definition of these systems are they? Like, who named these systems? I'm assuming it was the Polaris. But how do we know what they're calling them? I'm figuring we're just going to fill out some of the map up here. As I said, there isn't really much of a reason to do this. Which is a little sad. Of course, I don't know what is the motivation for people to explore, you know? I suppose the answer to that would be to find cool things. There just really aren't anything... There isn't really anything to find. Like, you can't really have the Enterprise in a video game, because the Enterprise comes across all of these random places. Also, just saying, we're not even out of fuel yet. We are quite all right. E canal. Oh man. I do think we should probably drop by... Wait, who's fighting who? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I think we should probably drop by a station and then fuel up. It's so weird to see actual humans. So now that we've fueled up, where do we want to go? I think, up this way. I know, I just got distracted and I want to explore. There's no reason to explore, but I want to explore. If you've ever watched Stargate, yeah, they're not happy with us, are they? If you ever watched Stargate, the Polaris are sort of like, no, I can't even say that they're like the Tolan, because they have that caste system going. But in a way, they're like the Tolan. I want to say we do eventually contact, or make... I want to say that we eventually are able to communicate with the Wraith. Yeah, it's just this empty wasteland up here. I think it's supposed to discourage you from flying up here. I'm pretty sure this is a joke on DeLorean, but I can't prove it. There is one system, I want to say, that has something interesting in it. I think if I could say anything, I would want a AAA version of EV Nova to include the ability to scout out new systems and find interesting and have interesting things happen in deep space. As it is, there isn't a whole lot to do out here. Other than jump around and explore. Which, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy, but it is neither monetarily valuable nor yeah, I think one more solar panel might be in order. I don't remember if it said we could hold another one. But one more would mean that we basically never have to stop, which is pretty great, actually. Or to have uncontacted species. I don't know, that's probably... There's definitely something to be said for having such a focused narrative on the humans. We're Where can we go to fuel up? Maybe if we head back to Korea. Yeah, I think so. Unfortunately, that just means waiting around for our hyperspace fuel to come back. Who named all these systems? And if they're named, why can't we get a map? I want to get a map. It's not fair. Ooh. No, boring. Okay. The Polarans probably think we got killed by the Wraith at this point. I want to explore this system. Actually, we could probably just buy a map, and that system will be fine. So, let's just buy a map. Fine, I underestimated the value of a map. Let's head here. Oh, right. There we go. Although we were doing pretty well up here as well. I'm just so indecisive. Let's start from here and see what happens. Oh my. Yeah, it's just too many missiles. Having some sort of reward for exploration would be nice. It's not necessary, I suppose. But still, it would be nice. If this was a modern game, all of Crypt, that's right, Crypt pods. If this was a modern game, all of these systems would be named after backers. You laugh because it's true. Yeah, this is definitely intended to discourage you from flying around down here, but unfortunately we're just we're capable of doing it at this point. Was that a derelict star bridge? That's weird. Oh, making us fly back. Okay, I'm not so unhappy now. Ooh, I believe we are in a nebula. A very, very dusty nebula. Our sensors do not work well. 3 gas giants, possibly 4. One with a system of rings. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Does have a bit of a... Yeah, I figured. See, now if someone asked us to go to Kant, we'd take them up on it in a second. You can tell they got bored of naming things, because we got K001, K002, K003... See, it says the Crypt are aliens, but they're not really aliens. Well, I suppose in the sense that they are alien. We are in the middle of nowhere. This, however, is probably the remnants, although there's no stellar objects left, so I'm not sure what happened out here, but this is probably the remnants of the Velos civilization. Not much happens out here. I don't know. There's something to be said for we've spent like a few minutes out here, or rather in-game we've spent months just flying from system to system and come across nothing but crypt pods and empty space. It's a weird sort of emptiness, a weird sort of loneliness, but a kind of a pleasant one in a way, at least for me. A lot of crypt pods. Though, admittedly, they should probably just sell a galactic map. They could price it pretty much whatever they want. Like, clearly they expect you to buy the ships eventually. Yeah, this is a this is a mess of hypergate jumps up here. I also don't know what happened with my mic. Like, my mic had to be like right next to my face for the longest time, and now it can be like a few inches away and it still picks up everything the way it did before. I don't really get it. Yeah. It would also be nice to have a sort of three-dimensional map. Now, 3 dimensions are not easy to do. We're out of the nebula. You can see the stars again. That's nice. There really is nothing out here, though. There are a couple wormholes, but they connect up with wormholes in other systems, so there's really no reason to... Oh. Oh! Oh? Wait, have we been here? I think we've been here. Yeah, no, we've been here. This is just the other rebellion-controlled world. Oh, we should have stopped there for fuel. Yeah, we're actually gonna hop back there and stop for fuel. That way we don't have to wait a couple seconds every time. Although our fuel comes back so quickly. Like, it's already regenerated a jump and a half. Oh well. Rebel 1. Yeah, Forest Moon of Endor. Well, not the Forest Moon of Endor, but it seems like it sometimes, even though the Forest Moon of Endor was not a rebel base. Anyway. Okay, being able to jump quickly like this is kind of nice. Okay, so let's head down here. Hopefully that connects somewhere useful. I doubt it will, because nothing up here connects to anything useful. Like, I think if there was a little bit of endgame content where you could go to these vast unexplored regions of space and start colonizing planets or something, that'd be nice. Let's head down. Nah, we'll just head back out into space. Deep space, deep space. Why are you here? Why are you here? Why is anyone here? Of course. Oh, of course. Well, let's hope we never have to come out here. We are jumping around in the middle of a nebula, so it's not too surprising that the hyperspace jumps are a little weird. And it's probably supposed to simulate a strange three-dimensional world. Yeah, we can't land here. That's unfortunate. That's also unfortunate. I guess we jump back. This looks like the last system in the nebula, so we'll head there, see what's to be seen. I want to have at least, you know, one pilot that's seen the galaxy. Another gas giant. Still not able to land on any of them. Surprise, surprise. We're only one jump away from South Manchester. Let's stop there for some hyperspace fuel. Oh, that was weird. Wait, people are... Somebody attacked the cryptopods. That's never a good idea. Plus, there was a hyperspace gate in the next system. That's also weird. Everything is weird. Wait. Oh, yeah, that's a hyperspace gate. Why is there a hyperspace? Oh, right, because we're in the old Velos Empire. I guess this way is good. Oops, no! Oh, that's not what I meant to do. This is the problem with doing this. Okay, fine. Fine, I'll use the map. I'll use the map. Somebody's got to straighten out these hyperspace jumps. We've been here. Not in this life, but once. I'm trying to remember. I think you only get access to the hyperspace gates if you're in the Federation plotline. See, there are all of these hyperspace gates in these empty systems, which makes me think that the Colonial Council or somebody went through and intentionally destroyed all of the Velos planets. Flurn is similar to the name of the Velos fellow that was helping us out a bunch. I wonder if it's related. Probably not. It's possible, though. There's a vast depth of lore to this game. You know, we've been exploring pretty... Oh, Corel. Oh, Corel. There's something about Corel. I don't remember what it is, though. There's something very odd about this planet. In every other system, in what used to be Velos space, there's only rubble and radiation. It appears the old Colonial Council must not have brought their destructive nuclear weapons here, but considering the fact that at the end of the Velos Wars, the Colonial Council was hell-bent on destroying all traces of the Velos civilization, you find it a little strange that they left an entire system untouched. Even more odd is the fact that this system also happens to have a habitable planet on it, which you suppose would have made it a prime target for their weapons of mass destruction. Why, yes, I do find that odd. It has something to do with the crypt, but I don't remember what. Okay, now to get out of here, we're actually probably going to end up in Auroran space before we... Why are you angry at us? Well, it's a good thing we got out of there, because I wonder if they're now going to be angry at us because we landed on Corel. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping it's not a see this and you die. We are really in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so we're going to head back to South Manchester, fuel up, and then try to explore the rest of Auroran space. I'm going to pick up the thing I just dropped. One second. Ow, boy. One second. Well, hopefully I'm still mostly in the middle of the frame. Unfortunately, I'm not able to Alt-Tab out of this game because it makes it so that I can't see anything once I Alt-Tab back in. Oh, no, oh dear. We wanted to stop there. Fine. Stop there on the way back. I am still moderately amused that they were saying that the Polarin ships will have way more jump capacity than our silly Federation vessels, and they have literally one more. One more jump. Plus, they probably don't have the rechargers. As I mentioned, I really do want to get one of the... one of the Polaris ships. Unfortunately, the one that's actually good is not the one that's the coolest. I don't know which one we'll get yet. Plus, we're going to end up with a Kestrel anyway, so, eh. You'd think we could, you know, sell this map of literally everything to somebody for something. We'll make a quick pit stop at Corella and fuel up. Again, we fuel up so quickly, it's almost not even necessary. It's amazing. I love it. You know, I should be looking to see if we can buy one more... no, of course not. Yeah. Let's go around this way, I guess. Well, no. If we go this way, it's only 2 jumps. Well, it looks like they'll let us land here. Oh, but there's no reason to. Never mind. Listening posts are pointless. The real trouble is that, oh, I think we can land here. Yeah, it's a big station. Nice. Okay, so we wanted to see if we could buy another solar panel. We can't have any more because we don't have... We can't have any more, which is different than we can't hold anymore. I don't know why. Oh yeah, drop bear repellent. You are a little dubious as to the veracity of the claims of this shifty, grinning merchant trying to sell you bottles of Auroran drop bear repellent. But you cannot help feeling that anything that helps you protect against the well-documented deadly drop bear attacks will stand you in good stead. Still, it is strange that just about everyone who walks past you starts grinning and shaking their heads as you consider buying from the smiling merchant. We're going to avoid that, because if you haven't noticed, we haven't had any drop bear attack problems recently. However, that would change if we bought the repellent. And unfortunately, this is going to be a little more dangerous. Being in the middle of nowhere, no one attacks you, which is quite nice. We are taking the really, really long way around back to Polaris space. That is, through every other system possible. I suppose not every other system, but pretty much every other system. Gotta fill out that map. Polaris space is actually kind of frustrating to map out. If I was a true explorer, we would be landing on all of these planets, but, yeah, well. Somebody wrote descriptions for all of them. This is the prime opportunity to go doing some exploration, though, because no one's really unhappy with us, so we can pretty much fly wherever we want. My goodness. Well, we did kind of miss an area up there, but we'll get there eventually. I'm a little confused why there are pirates. Why are you attacking us? We did nothing! Sometimes people get angry with you, and I'm not sure why. Again, perhaps we crossed some border we were not supposed to. This is all just leading up to the I've Been Everywhere song that I want to sing. Actually, I wonder if... Okay, it's not... This game is not that popular, but it would be funny if somebody made a I've Been Everywhere song for Escape Velocity. It was really popular for the Mac. I think it was only out on the Mac for a while. Okay. Let's head here next, I guess? Sure. This is most of Vela space that we're traversing through, and then Moash we've already been down. I can't remember if you start the Auroran plotline, if you get a choice of which house to join. And I don't think you do. I think you just join Aurorans or not. In fact, I don't even know if you're allowed to choose a house or anything like that. I've only done the Auroran plotline like once or twice, and mostly just to say I'd done it. I'm not really a Klingon guy. Man, the Vela people don't like us. I don't know why. Possibly because we've been helping the Polarans, and we haven't really been friends. We did kill a bunch of Federation Bureau of Internal Investigation ships, and Moash I would understand being unhappy with us about, because they're in league with the Bureau of Internal Investigation. But I don't know. Don't know why Vela would be unhappy with us. It is also possible that they just don't want you landing at those systems, so they start out with a disposition further negative than other systems. I kind of like that. That even in the same empire, different planets have different degrees of friendliness. I think we will land here, because our next stop won't be for a while. Way out there, yeah. Not much to say as we jump between these systems. This is the problem, though. I really love exploration, and every time I see that we're in a position to do a bunch of exploration, I can't help but want to do it, you know? It's fun. Plus, if we ever get asked to go anywhere, now we'll have a complete map. I do like having complete collections of things. I think we'll land at Vantra, pick up a map, pick up some fuel, and then head back out. Ugh. Stupid tiny stations. See, even the Aurorans, Haran and Moash, are fighting each other. It's not a happy family. It's a definite loose alliance. Again, much like the Klingons. I hope this will link back so we can find that, or explore that last one place. It looks like it might. Well, maybe not. Wow, this just keeps going. Chaos. Oh man, that's silly. If we can land here, I think we will, just to stock up on fuel. What was that? Fatumchuk. There are still traders down here, and they still fly star bridges. My goodness, there are just more and more outskirts. I am a little confused. So I appreciate the effort that went into it, but even among the hyperspace things, you can see the Federation has a very hub and spoke feel to it. You got the hub that is Earth, and then you got spoke with a spoke, and then an endpoint. That's pretty much this entire area, a section of the map. Then you come down to you come down to Auroran space, and all of these systems are just sort of haphazardly connected together. Like this in a Federation zone would be a hub and spoke, but instead here it all just connects to this because maybe that's the first system they found or something like that. And then you can kind of see differences between each of the houses, because this one is more of a hub and spoke sort of model, and then Vela is just sort of all over the place. But then you come over to the unexplored northeast and the Polaran Empire, and you can see that this is completely interconnected. Like every system links to every other adjacent system, and you can kind of see that maybe they mapped out all of these jump points as well, because that's what they do. They map out jump points in a very lattice-like fashion, and I appreciate that a lot. I'm noticing that we have missed so many. Why can't we jump? Oh, because I'm pushing the wrong button. That's why. But yeah, it's, I appreciate the thought that went into that. But it does make me ask the question, so does that mean you have some degree of control over what hyperspace lanes are being maintained? And if that's the case, then why... Well, okay, so the contact mission, I believe, is to find... it's either to find aliens or a new jump point. But either way, if you can remap jump points, that means someone somewhere has a complete map of the universe and has all of these jump points mapped out. But I don't know. I'm probably trying to think through this too much. Let's head up there. It looks like we've missed a few systems over there. I like this is our second ship. I keep looking at the name of the ship being Duke of Earl 2, and I'm like, oh, that's right. We went straight from a shuttle to this. I'm getting thrown off because of our Velos playthrough. That it was just such an odd one, you know? This is what you're supposed to be doing, like exploring, trading, getting back to the main mission when you feel like it. So the unfortunate part about all this is that once you learn how all of these systems are sort of laid out and the jump points are laid out between empires, you can kind of figure out how to get places based on that. Except in Auroran space, because, as I mentioned, it's just sort of haphazard. I've just noticed that there's nothing in the Hope system. I'm amused. I don't really remember all that much about the Danny and Tekkel houses. I just never come over this way. There's not usually a reason to. We should probably land, because our next stop will be way down south, so we're gonna land here, stock up on fuel. Again, it comes back so quickly, it's hard to justify, but it's what we gotta do. It's a pity we can only equip 3 of those solar panels. I wonder if it's because they know that 4 would be enough that you never need any again, ever. Welcome to Shmoo? Wait a minute, wait. Welcome to Shmoo in the Gary system, the favorite honeymoon destination for couples all across the Empire. Huh. Huh. Alright. If you say so. I should play Wing Commander. Wing Commander is one of those games that people always recommend, and I'm a space sim guy, so you'd figure I would be into it, and I've just never played it. We're going into some dangerous space here. Yeah, this is why I don't like coming this way. Wait, why are we going that way? We should go this way. So we have pretty much filled out most of the map, pretty much everything up there. Missed a few systems here and there. We should probably head back to Terran space, or sorry, Federation space. We've got all the Auroran systems mapped out. Federation space is a pain to map because, as I mentioned, the hub and spoke thing means you end up having to backtrack a lot. Even though it's sensical, so you can figure out where you need to go. Okay, we need to... Okay then. Please... Oh no. Oh no. When was the last time we... Oh wait, we haven't died. We have not died. See, this is the problem. They are still asking for 20,000 credits. Yeah, fine. The real trouble is none of these people are going to help us. So we're going to sit here for a while. Wow, we have literally no shields or anything. Oh, of course. Please. Okay, so we could just sit here and wait until somebody comes and rescues us, but literally no one will ever come and rescue us. Because no one ever comes out to the houseless system because all of the... Because why would you? Because all of the... We didn't get to sit back too far. Sometimes I've gone and explored for a long time and my ship has enough fuel that I don't have to land. And then I just don't land. And then I die. And then all of my exploration is gone. So I suppose it's not the worst thing. So the trouble is, I think we need to just do that. That way, we spend as little time as possible in the houseless system. Man, going there as a Velos, it was fine. Oh man, that was like 1/8 of our health. Please jump. Thank you. We need to get out of here as quickly as possible. This is not a safe place to be. Oh my goodness, there's so many angry things. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We can land now. Of course. We can take this. Oh yeah, it's fine. Oh. Why am I continuing to explore? I need to land. Okay, we are landing here. Oh, we're in Polaris space. Ah, okay. Ooh. Yeah, those are the weapons we want. I want to say that there is a chance when you play through the Polaris storyline that you get the really epic version of their weapon, which is that same pink thing that you saw, only it splits. So you fire one and then it splits into multiple, and they do ridiculous amounts of damage. Now, I say probably because I'm fairly sure that that's how it works, but that may also have just been a mod that added it in. I'm not really sure. It's been a long time. And again, things only happen sometimes in this game, so... I don't understand why more games don't do that. Having a random element inserted into the plotline and such makes it feel a little more realistic. Okay. We have taken the longest route possible back here. We'll land because we're out of fuel. And head back out. Those vertical thrusters, man, are amazingly useful. We have to travel basically nowhere to be able to jump out of the system, which is incredibly valuable and saves so much time. Oh, this is one of those... this is an important system. I don't remember why, though. Alrighty then. I believe, I mean, barring a few things we have to explore, like these two systems and all of those... You know, Federation space seems to be our least well-explored area now. So we need to get back up there. Let's head... we actually want to go around, because fewer jumps. We do want to go here, just to clear out the last of Polaris space, and then we will head back and finish up this mission. We really do need something that recharges our shields faster, though, because it is painful waiting for them to recharge. Like, we can win most fights if we're prepared and such, but having to wait for... Oh boy. Having to wait for our shields to recharge is what's taking so much time. The problem is, by the time we've landed, we've already regained... a jump and a half, which is just insanity. Yep, this just keeps going. You know, I have a feeling... Oh, we can't land on either of these. I wonder what they are. Oh, they're destroyed stations. Okay. Alrighty then. Oh, there's one more over here too. Sorry, I want to explore it all. I want to have a complete map. We're almost there. We are almost there until we go back to Federation space, which we'll probably be doing after this mission. Boy. I like that mapping that horrible, horrible nebula was easier than this. Look at that. We're jumping like right next to System Center. That is just the most important upgrade sometimes. Or it feels like the most important upgrade sometimes. And we're back. After many, many jumps. Upon landing, you are greeted by several blue-robed Polaris scientists who begin poring over the sample you took. Well done, Pagina congratulates you. Very few have ventured into Wraith space and survived. They are possibly the most aggressive life form we have ever heard of. You raise your eyebrows and tell them that you had absolutely no trouble with them at all, and they basically left you alone. What? He exclaims, drawing the stares of several of his colleagues. Are you sure? You tell him to check your sensor logs if he has any doubts, which he does, looking very surprised. This is most unusual, he tells you, looking slightly shocked. We will have to explore this phenomenon further. Meet me in the bar in a few hours, and I will have something more for you. Always in the bar. You are sipping your second drink when you see the slim frame of Pagina enter the bar. Your sensor logs have caused quite a stir, he informs you after making his way over and sitting down. Always before, the Wraith attacked every ship that they saw, and the only difference that we can see, as being definitive, is that you are not a Polaris pilot. Anyway, he sighs, returning to relative normalcy after his slightly excited outburst. We have already discovered a way of reproducing this cloaking effect of the Wraith, and we believe that it would be of enormous use for both the Nilkimoria and the Muhari. I have all the data necessary to reproduce the effect, Pagina tells you in his quiet way, but I still require transportation to pass this information on to those who can turn a laboratory experiment into a practical application. Can you help me? Of course. Thank you, he accepts gratefully. This may well prove to be one of the biggest advances in technology in decades in terms of how it could affect the political landscape of all known space. If this information falls into the wrong hands somehow, and these people have the scientific know-how to understand the information I now have, it could mean serious changes to the balance of power throughout the galaxy. Still, he shrugs, it cannot hurt if we develop the technology and use it to defend our borders against incursions against outside influences. And to do that, I need to get to Vera-Se in the Vera-Chi system. All the brightest, it could be Vera-Chi, I don't know. All the brightest scientists and engineers dream of being asked to serve there. Nearly all of the greatest advances in ship design and technology of the last few centuries have come out of there. Hopefully, he concludes in his bookish manner, this will prove to be another successful experimentation. Map. Where do we need to go? See, and now that we've explored everything, we know where that is, and we know the best path to get there. Is fantastic. Was that worth the 20 minutes? I don't know. I also don't know that it was 20 minutes. Might have been like an hour, or could have been like 5 minutes. I don't really know. It was longer than 5 minutes. It was definitely longer than 5 minutes. I think after we do this, we're going to head back to Federation space. Oh, where do we need to go? Vera-Se. It is neither of these. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, I remember being here before. Upon landing, you are greeted by a small crowd of people, most of whom are wearing the green flowing robes that you have learned belong to the engineer/healer caste. Healer, called the Varash. Called the Varash, but there are a sprinkling of blue robes belonging to the scientists like Pagina, and even one utilitarian black jumpsuit that belongs to a member of the Muhari. So how does it work? Asks one of the Varash in an excited tone. The Wraith have learned to fold space around them so that they are physically impervious to harm, replies Pagina quietly. So it is as though they cloak themselves in space-time, asks one of the scientists. Pagina nods before turning to you. We have a fair amount of work ahead of us to take this knowledge out of the laboratory and into the real world, he tells you quietly, but if you could keep checking back here, we will probably have need of your services before too long. With that, he disappears into the station, talking rapidly to his colleagues. So, now we have to remember to come back here. Oh, wait. Oh, right. Just go away. We have to remember to come back here, which I think we will do. We're going to head back to Federation space. Explore the last few systems there, and fill out our map, head back to Seoul, hopefully pick up the Wild Geese storyline. Could I have just walked into the bar and they would have been done? Yeah, probably. There are certain ones that require you to wait like a month of in-game time, that sort of thing, but it's not consistent. Who's angry at us? All right. I'd never been much of one for attacking. Got him. Sorry. SPC 1421 is a inhabited world? That's very strange. Okay. It does appear we have everything except the Federation. Yeah. I'm curious as to what we will find if we land here. Oh, it's a listening post. That's boring. Ha! We will land here just to fuel up. We are not. Exciting times. However, we do not want to be part of these exciting times. Hey, we're back in Seoul. That's one of the nice feelings that you get in this game. It's like, oh, we're back to home. It's nice. And you don't really get that unless you spend so much time just traveling from system to system, never really seeing your home for a long time. That's what I'm talking about with the Federation hyperspace system, though. It's so much backtracking. It's great if you just need to get somewhere, but not if you're trying to go everywhere. McMurdo? I wonder if that's an ice planet. It should be an ice planet. Obata. Oh, this is one of the systems that has a wormhole in it. I think you head east. Galactic east. Sorry. It's silly. We're going to attempt a landing here. It's not usually a great idea, but we seem to have been fine. Let's land at Seoul, head to the bar, see what's up. Nothing is up at the bar. We may never get to the Wild Geese storyline, which is a little sad. Yeah. As I said, so much backtracking. Once again, my wrist support has fallen off my chair. That's happened way too many times, and it's starting to annoy me. Have we been everywhere up here? We have not been here or here. We've not been here. This is probably a one-off, so let's head that way. I don't have a good reason for doing this, but it's fun. We don't really need to go to every single system in the galaxy, but we can. Oh, I should have checked. Yeah, we're not. Okay. Well, we can jump to Nether Secundus and land there. Fuel up. Our need to refuel is just incredibly low. I am so happy about that. Wow, we can take off from... We can jump into hyperspace from the space station. That's pretty great. There's that system, these guys, and those two. And that seems to be it. After that, we will have explored the entire galaxy. Takes a lot less time than you think. Although, in-game time, it's 1 day for every jump, so we've probably spent a year Yeah, I guess probably... I could imagine a year doing all of this. Still, 1 year of our life to explore the entire galaxy, you would really think somebody would have made a map out of this yet at some point. Rather than having to buy a 2 or 3 system jump map. Jump back to Sirius, refuel. Federation space is awful for fuel efficiency. I might throw in the mod that... Oh, we can land at Glimmer. Or sorry, Glytechnia. We're in Glimmer. We should head there. I seem to remember they have some outfits that are interesting. I could be wrong. Because I know we went there and I exclaimed how they didn't have any of the cool tech that I remember them having. I believe this is one of those nice little... Oh, no, it isn't. Never mind. There is a nice little system somewhere around here where it's just sort of a peaceful backwater. Can we sell you a galactic map? Surely that must be valuable to somebody. I would buy one. Ooh. As you move around, browsing through the various possible outfits on offer, a tall, slim woman with long, dark hair wearing a Glytech uniform comes over to you. "Are you Captain Lepsis Magna, pilot of the Duke of Earl II?" she asks in a very feminine voice, and you nod. "I'm Sharon Masterton, manager of the engineering services here at Glytech, and I'm wondering if you were prepared to get some parts for us." "Why, yes we are." "Glad to have you on board," she says with a measured smile. "We need a shipment of parts for experimental weapons we are working on. We have 10 tons on order, and they are currently being held in storage on Zion in the Enlightenment system. We need them to be returned here by March 29th. If you are successful, we might consider giving you more missions of this type." Now, that is the first mission in the series, which gets you, cool stuff, cool weapons from here. So I wanted to compare those two. So it's 40 versus 30. Let's see. What's the price? 262? Yeah, I guess that's not a bad deal. I have to remember that in future. All these are pointless. They're boring. I don't really care about any of these. Yeah, I don't really care about any of these. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully, these missions will lead to good things. Let's head to Enlightenment, because we are on a timer, unfortunately. I want to say it's the Polaris that have the tech that let you jump multiple systems in one go. That is some nice tech. It makes traveling so much easier. So we need to land on Zion. And drop some off at Rimshot. There's a Polaris here. That's weird. Now that we have a larger ship, we might be able to take on some of the United shipping missions, because they eventually give you bulk shipping missions, which are pretty great. They pay pretty well. Possibly not as good as the trade route between New Ireland and Earth, but still. As soon as you land at Glytech, dock workers... See, that's interesting. They didn't capitalize it correctly. Interesting. Glytech dock workers swarm over your vessel, and in only a few minutes they have unloaded their cargo. Sharon walks out onto the concourse and makes her way over. "Good work. I've just notified the finance department to transfer 20,000 credits into your account for your services. If you need any more work like this, just keep a lookout in the mission BBS down the hall, and if I need you again, I'll keep an eye out in the outfitters." Well, you're not there now. My goodness. 40,000. Wow, 40,000. That's not bad. Oh, long delivery, yeah. But that's not the bulk delivery. That's different. Bounty. Oh yeah, we were doing the bounty hunter missions too. We could try a couple of those. Now the thing with this is you always want to accept these when they are on. You always want to accept these in Federation space, because if you don't, you kind of have to search around for where they are, and it's no fun. It's no fun. We might still have to... Oh, there we go. Excellent. See, isn't that easy? Well, fine. That's pretty useful too. And I'm already distracted. See, we were going to find those last two systems, and we just didn't. But now we have to go to Seoul, land on the Kane Band, collect our bounty money, and check out the bar. No one in the bar. No one in the shipyard. How boring. I really want to play the Wild Geese storyline, and we aren't getting it. This is why there are mods for that sort of thing. But I don't believe in those, even though I think I built one once. Anyway, I realized it was ruining the fun. It was fun once. It was fun once to do. But in general, it ruins the experience, in my opinion. It doesn't ruin the experience, but... oh, excellent. It doesn't ruin the experience, but it does Fury Sauce. Fury Sauce? I was about to make a joke about Furiosa, but that movie didn't come out before the game did. So, we have a complete galactic map. Isn't that fancy? The Auroran Empire, as you see, is much more sprawling than the Federation. However, they are more fragmented because of their house system. Obviously, the Federation is very cut and dried, and the Polaris have their own thing going up there. It's quite nice. This map. Well, let's go back to Seoul. Check out the bar. Maybe we'll get a lucky hit and get some special missions. I don't remember what progresses the bounty hunter missions. I was never very good when I was younger at fighting in this game. I'm still not very good, but I was never very good when I was younger. Probably because I didn't have the patience to... Oh. Oh boy, this guy. You are sitting in the bar, listening to the abysmal music blaring from a nearby jukebot, and sipping your latest brew, when you notice a strangely dressed man walking towards you. Hey dude, you must be Lepsis Magna. Mind if I call you Lepsis? Without asking, he sits down at your table and looks about. You are wondering what this is all about, when he suddenly turns back to you, saying, Man, I have no idea what people do or ever do Man, I have no idea how you people ever do business in places like this. I mean, look at the types here. They don't even have any dress sense, man. Kind of makes you feel sorry for them. You look at the bizarre collection of bright colors, odd cuts, and stupid fabric that make up what this individual calls clothing, and raise your eyebrow. Yeah, right, man. Sorry. I should get down to the real deal. My name is Sly Styles, rock and roll entrepreneur and manager of the hottest band in Federation space, Debreefield. We have a major tour going on right now, but the guy who is handling our security has gone and gotten himself splattered by pirates. Now, okay, why does everything turn into a, whatever this accent is? Now we only have 2 shows left out on the road, but the hardest part is that they're at the extremes of Federation-controlled space. We could lose huge amounts of flash if we have to pull out. He looks at the bemused look at your face and pauses. Flash? You ask him. Yeah, you know, Scunner, Flash, Moolah, credits. You nod with understanding, saying, So you want me to handle your security for the rest of the tour? Yeah, rock on, man. Our old security dude said you were on the sharp end of the electro-trancer, and I see he was right. That's exactly what we want you to do. It's only 2 more gigs, and then easy days. We'll pay you $50,000 per gig. For that, we need to get to the shows on time, have somewhere to stow all our gear, the band, and myself, and other stuff. Our spaceys are already there setting up with major gear, so all you need to worry about are the instruments and stuff. What do you say? You nod, sticking out your hand. Booyah! Styles yells, grabbing your hand and bumping up at a rate of knots. Rate of knots. Who wrote this? I should take you to meet the rest of the guys and start getting our stuff together. You leave the bar and head across to the plush-looking hotel. Styles breezes through a throng of teenage girls standing around on the pavement, slipping between them with practiced ease. You'll get used to this sort of thing quick enough. Happens everywhere we go. Once inside, you head to the elevator, which goes all the way to the top floor. Upon walking out, you see the most filthy collection of individuals sitting around the worst-kept hotel room in history. All around you are empty bottles, cans, food trays, and overflowing ashtrays. The smell makes you gag. Styles doesn't seem to notice and calls you over to meet the band. Some dirty guys stand up, and you cannot believe that they're even a band, let alone successful. Styles introduces you and you try to avoid throwing up at the smell. You make your excuses, saying you'd better go and get the ship prepped, asking Styles where the next show is. It's in the Full Noise Megadrome on Cornwall in the South Manchester system. We'll meet you down at the ship tomorrow? You nod your agreement before heading for the door. You hear the band begin to play as you walk to the lift, and you hear the same abysmal crud that was playing in the bar. Suddenly, you don't feel too good, knowing you'll have to listen to this for a while. Aw, man. Those guys. Anybody else in the bar? No, okay. I think it only happens once. $50,000 a gig though. Not bad money. Not that we couldn't make, way more than that in this number of runs, but it's fine. Where are we going? Cornwall. You stand around at the debris field concert, watching hordes of teenage girls scream at them. The concert is to promote the band's new album, Groove Till You Vomit, and you don't think you'd have to groove too long before you bring up your lunch. The concert goes without a hitch, but afterwards, as you wait for the band to come back to the ship, you see a number of unsavory types hanging around. You get the impression they are waiting for the band to board the ship, and then tell their friends aloft which ship was carrying the band. You feel like telling them that if they want to kill them, you won't interfere, but it's just so long as the thugs can guarantee that there won't be a memorial album, but a job is a job. I feel like I need to read that sentence again. You feel like telling them that if they want to kill them, you won't interfere, just so long as the thugs can guarantee that there won't be a memorial album, but a job is a job. You watch as the thugs disappear, but you get the feeling that you will have rumbles on your way to your next gig on the planet of Syracuse in the Galvin system. Which, yes, is indeed on the other side of Federation-controlled space. However, because Federation-controlled space is very simply laid out, we will have no troubles getting there. Plus, we've also explored the galaxy! I almost feel like blowing this guy up, but, yeah, what are they in? What are they in? We could take them. Let's do that. Who's shooting at us? Oh, no one is shooting at us. Okay, fine. This is the problem with being a spacer. It's months of nothing followed by very short extreme spikes of people shooting at you. It's a good feeling. What? There's more? Stupid marauders. I'm going to assume, well, yeah, I don't know. What? Hey. Hey, stop that. Stop that. Actually, let's board that. He should have some money on board. Yeah. Credits. Of course. Fine. Didn't let us take your credits, so you die. Wait, this is not the right planet. No! Wait. Are we not even in the right system? We're not even in the right system. That's problematic. Oh, we just go there. It doesn't have a time limit. Okay, we're landing then. Off we go. Rebels, free traders, yeah, we don't care. Yeah, I still don't remember what the difference between free traders and association are. I think the association are the good guys, or the bad guy. I don't remember. This is the problem. I destroy some of them, and then people get mad at me because I destroyed the wrong ones. Despite the possibility of death, you are still amazed that the entire battle went off to the dulcet tones of Debris Field chanting, "Rock on and fire it up!" In between their noise, you managed to fend off the attackers and make it to Syracuse. Truth be told, you wouldn't care if the band had been killed, but the money's good, and now you don't have to watch now you just have to watch the show and get paid. You are standing at the front of the stage, looking for the would-be unsavory types, and seeing them everywhere, since none of the fans seem to have washed in a decade, when you notice a commotion on stage. The lead singer appears to be on fire, and smoke and steam pours out of his joints in his mouth. Suddenly, it occurs to you that he's a robot, and he isn't singing the garbage that's coming from the speakers at all. The crowd notices too, and you see a number of techs and spaceys rush on stage to haul the malfunctioning unit away. Next minute, Sly Styles appears to hoots and jeers of the disgruntled audience. He tries to calm things down, but the situation is well out of hand. You quickly vault onto the stage, grab Styles, and hustle him off amid a barrage of empty cups and cans. A riot ensues. After the federal troops have calmed everything down, you make your way back to your ship. You have your money, but it seems Styles is on his way to prison for false advertising and fraud. The feds let you go, considering that you only joined this motley crew recently, and they kindly let you keep your pay. You conclude that if this is show business, you are better off avoiding it. Yeah. Let's check in at the bar. Nothing there. Urgent delivery, 40,000 credits. Shipping deliveries, a bounty. We are in a dead-end system, so let's take that bounty. Now I just have to remember to stop in the next system. Looks like the Federation is going to take care of this for us. Maybe? Okay. Off we go then. We really haven't had to deal with a whole bunch of resistance, because we haven't really picked a side yet. Typically, somebody will be mad at us. Seriously, still no missions. Well, tell you what, I'm going to do some trading, and every time I come back to Earth, I'm going to check in at the bar. If something happens eventually, I'll start recording again, and I'll see you then. Okay, a brief aside. I remembered that now that we're Polaris friendly, we can hire a Cambrian escort, and the Cambrian has ridiculous amounts of cargo space. So I went back to Calari to hire an escort. Unfortunately, I triggered a mission there. So we'll be doing this briefly, but I'll be jumping back into trading right after this. You spot the deep auburn hair and slender figure of Miranda as soon as you leave your ship, and you make your way over. Oh, you surprised me. She jumps a little when you tap her on the shoulder. But I'm glad you did. I've been trying to track you down for some time. Well, we were going around the entire universe, so, you know. Now that Wraith space is open to exploration, she explains, her cheerful grin returning, the Pate are beginning to send ships out to the nearest systems to begin researching the area. Unfortunately, they believe in slow, steady progress, which makes good scientific sense, but is not necessarily so good in terms of politics or security. The Council and the Nilchem Moria want to know more about the further reaches of the region to see if there's anything they need to know about, in case they have to deal with it. Because while it is wonderful that Wraith space is now open to us, we all have also opened up our space to the Wraith, and we don't know if that will cause any problems. Are you interested in going on a scouting mission? Why, sure we are. Thank you, Captain Lepsis Magnus, she tells you gratefully. We have been a little worried about this ever since our talks with the Wraith. Talks with the Wraith? We really need to know if there's anything out there that might affect us in any way, so that we can prepare ourselves for it. And if you could explore the far western edges of Wraith space, Miranda continues, and perhaps even a little beyond it, it would give us a large amount of information about the outside universe. We are actually less interested in what lies within Wraith space as in what lies beyond it. So much of space. Oh my goodness. Space north of the Federation is unknown to us. If you find anything that needs our attention, report back to us on Mora Haro as soon as possible. Well, good luck, she finishes with a devastating smile. I hope to hear from you in a few months. Well, I kind of wish we'd done this before we'd gone and explored everything. Oh well. Anyway, I'm going to be back after doing a bunch of trading. So it's possible I went a little overboard on how many credits we needed. However, I just want to show you our setup here. So I went to Polaris, Kelari, and rented 6 of these Cambrians, which gives us a total cargo capacity of 21,488. Each of these costs 25,000 credits a day, which is for a total of 150,000 credits total. And, well, yeah, so that's a lot, but we will never, ever need to grind for money again. We were making 12.9 million credits in a run. Now, granted, we had to have over 1.5 million credits in the bank in order to have enough money. Sorry, 1.5 million credits after completely filling the holds of our Cambrians. So 1.5 million credits plus 600 times 21,488. So, yeah, we had to have quite a bit of money up front. I think that works out to about 7... No, that can't be right. A lot of money. Oh, this is not even where we need to go. I'm sorry. We had to have quite a bit of money up front to run that operation, but 13 million credits a run, not bad. Not bad. In any event, we're going to land on Kelar E over here, and I'm going to take a quick break. So, we do need... So, do both of these... Scout Wraith Space shows up. So, we're going to Scout Wraith Space. Well, actually, let's just do that now. Unfortunately, I don't know where we're supposed to go. Government Wraith. Let's click around and look for another Government Wraith system. Okay, so it's probably this one. So it's one of these two. Let's head up there. I don't remember which one we needed to go see. But I'm not going to remember to do this unless we do it now. For you, Destro! Sorry. Meziruma! Sorry. I love these system names. I'm also having to be careful about my microphone because it really is more sensitive than it used to be. I don't know why. Okay, so it's not this one. It must be this one. We're going to fly by the system center here just to make sure. But we seem to be fine, so we're going to head over to the other Wraith system. I thought it was... Okay, maybe it's these things that we're supposed to scan. No response. What else would we be scouting Wraith Space for? I mean, there's not a whole lot here. Those are the only Wraith systems I'm seeing. I guess we could just fly around. We could fly around and do a whole lot of nothing. Let's... Well, she did say the western edge of Wraith Space. So let's just go through all of the western edge of the galaxy and call it good. It's got to be one of these, right? Western Edge, yeah. There's got to be a better way of doing this. There's just nothing around, you know? We really have been... Yeah, all of these are uninhabited. There'd be nothing of interest anywhere. It's got to be one of these, right? I really thought it was one of the inhabited... Well, I mean, none of them have ports, I guess. This is frustrating. I guess we gotta wait for recharge. What are you doing here? No, seriously, what are you doing here? In the middle of nowhere. Like, as far away from anything as humanly possible. Seriously, it's weird. I'm not sure what we're looking for here. I suppose it's possible we already found whatever it was we were supposed to find. Let's just head back to Kellar E and see if... And no, it would have told us. I don't know. We're going to head back. And hopefully we found whatever we need. If we haven't, then I don't really know. If we haven't, we're going to head back to that one guy and pick up his mission, and then that might be where we call it for the day. This episode might be short, but that's because I spent a lot of time off camera. It didn't actually take all that much time after I got about 10 million credits once I hired all those Cambrians. It just took me a while to remember those Cambrians. Okay, so that was clearly not what we were supposed to remember or do. So let's head back here and pick up a mission from them. Oh, and we've got the... oh man, we got the Glytech missions. Ah man, there's so much to remember. But as long as we can keep an actual mission in our mission log, I'll probably remember. Yay! As soon as you step off your ship, you are met by Pegina and a woman in a flowing green robes who introduces herself as Verliana. Verliana has come up with a design, Pegina informs you in his quiet, somehow formal manner, that should allow us to duplicate the capabilities of the Wraith. The trouble is, he continues seriously, with something this sensitive, we need to ensure that we have absolute control over as much of the experiment as possible, so that we can ensure the results are tainted by as little outside influences as possible. So, seeing as it was your ship that we took the original readings of the Wraith from, we were wondering if we could use your ship as the observation platform for the proceedings. Why, sure. Thank you, murmurs Pegina gratefully at your acceptance of the mission. I'll let Verliana explain the nature of the experiment. We have built a ship designed specifically for being under cloak, she informs you after You turn your head slightly to face her. We have named it the Zephyr, and as we speak, it is currently undergoing space testing of its flight systems. When you are ready, she continues pleasantly, if you could, take off from the station and try to observe it as it flies around the system, cloaking and uncloaking. When we have observed it for a while, return to the station. We will be loading the very same holoscanning technology on board your ship, she finishes quietly, that you were carrying during your voyage into Wraith space. Anyway, we will be ready when you are. You know, I kind of thought they were going to give us the, I kind of thought we were going to get the, yeah. Where'd it go? It's around here somewhere. It's staying cloaked for a very long time. Are we supposed to just follow it this entire time? I don't know. Perhaps? Perhaps we've done enough. I'm going to land and say that that's good. Nope, it's not. Okay, fine. We're just going to sit here then. There we go. As soon as you land, your ship is overrun by the green-robed engineers and their blue-robed colleagues who pay you and your ship scant regard. In irritation, you throw them all off your ship, telling them that the ship comes first and their data can wait a few more minutes. Many of them look very ashamed as you pointedly upbraid them about their poor manners. Out of the corner of your eye, you think you catch a gray-cloaked warrior smiling slightly, but when you turn in her direction, her face is without expression. Please accept my sincerest apologies, says Pagena, stepping forward. We meant no disrespect. Our only excuse is our eagerness to view the data held in the holoscanner. We are sorry for any inconvenience we have caused. You nod and tell him that when you have finished your post-flight routine, you will allow them full access to the ship, but not before. You take your time as you shut down your ship's computers down, as you want the Verash of the paid to waiting outside to know just how much they have offended you. As you finish, you step out of your beloved Duke of Earl 2 and indicate with a wave of your hand that they may begin. Thank you for doing this, Captain Lepsis Magna, says Pagina contritely, and thank you for pointing out our poor manners and etiquette. We are all truly sorry for the irritation we have caused, and are grateful that you have brought it to our attention so that we might learn to conduct ourselves better. I have made sure that your account has been suitably recompensed, he continues quietly, and I will make sure that we do not harm your ship in any way. Even from our preliminary scans, we have seen that the Zephyr ship itself is capable, even if the cloak could do with a little more work, so we have made it available to you. Drop back here in 3 or so months. Oh, there we go. Because once we have analyzed this data, we'll be needing someone to gather more data for us. In the meantime, keep an eye out on the mission BBSs, as I have heard that Miranda might have something for you before too long. I didn't check how much they gave us. Oh well. Not enough. So now we have to remember to come back here in 3 months. I'm never going to remember that. Didn't I say I was going to stop playing at some point? This is the problem with this game. It's like one more system, one more jump. I'm just going to get to the next place and we'll be good. We are going all the way across the system, all the way across the galaxy. We need to do so in double speed, otherwise it will take forever. It will still take a while. So it's June 24th now. June 27th? What? This ship takes 3 days to jump? No wonder we almost... Oh man, I did not realize this took 3 days to jump. That's crazy. Wait, but now all of these are the same day? No, it's July 18th. July 24th. Yeah, so it's taking us 3 days. Oh. I did not realize that these... So we just made it across the entire galaxy on a single tank of gas. That is amazing. I love it. Ah, seriously, nothing? Ooh. Oh, this is the Contic mission. I didn't realize that that can't comes back. Okay, well, fine. We'll do this, and then we'll stop. Right? We'll stop eventually. How do we get down there? Through here seems to be the best bet. That way we avoid the houseless warriors. Yeah. We are going to stop eventually. I'm just curious if we can get to Contic without refueling. We probably shouldn't, because we have to get back. In fact, what's the next system? So we'll stop at Tekel. Tekel Kaiman. I hope I'm not horribly mispronouncing all of this. Got him. We are making it pretty much the entire way. It looks like we could have made it the entire way. Yeah, we could have made it all the way to Contic. That is amazing. That is incredible. And now we will. That's just... We will make it all the way from Contic to wherever we're going on one tank of gas. Oh, but we're going to go back to Seoul, not to... Yeah, see, there's the Aurora Cruiser. Is that only here when we do the exploratory mission? Now that I'm thinking, perhaps something can happen every so often in this mission. Like, not every time. Oh well. You checked for other ships as soon as you entered the system, finding nothing active. The only thing your sweep revealed was the ancient hulk of an Auroran cruiser drifting in the distance, and because your sensors could not get a good reading on it, you diligently kept well clear of it. Well, we're ready to activate the probe as soon as you unload it and set it up, Lepsis Magna, Jerry says as soon as you land. You waste no time opening the aft hatches and getting stuck into the hard work of unloading the heavy probe. As you look on, the scientists run a pre-boost check and throw the switch. An old-style ion drive lights up and the probe starts heading up into the unknown. And the probe heads up? That can't be right. It'll take a long time to return any useful data, but perhaps in a couple hundred years we'll find the first of a new series of jumps taking us to uncharted space. Jerry gazes wistfully at the rapidly diminishing probe. You admire his patience and begin to set a course to take them back to Seoul and back to the Federation. No, it's just there. I mean, it won't be for much longer, but still. We can't board the ship, that's ridiculous. We are also having some pretty difficult times destroying it. There we go. Escape pods. Okay, I was not expecting escape pods. Was Tekel unhappy with us before? I don't remember them being unhappy with us before. Oh well. Yeah, I don't remember them being unhappy with us before. Was destroying that ship a bad idea? I'm going to go with yes, and we're going to reload a save and check out to see if that's the case. Because if they got angry with us for destroying a derelict... Okay, no, they were unhappy with us before? Seriously? I didn't notice. Why are they unhappy with us? That's ridiculous. It's a long way back to Seoul. I'm just saying. It's a long way from here to there. Okay, no, that was awful. It's a long road. No, I can't sing. I don't know the tune. It's been a long road getting from there to here. Yeah, don't ever ask me to. I'm never gonna sing. This is a bad idea. That was a terrible idea. But my time is finally here. No, this is awful. I am awful. Let me never sing again. This is a bad idea. Okay. I can't sing. What? Who is... Oh, pirates, okay. Who is getting angry with this? I don't know. Remember how difficult this was at the beginning of the game? And now we're just breezing through it. Granted, it is taking 3 days to jump, and I did not realize that different ships have different jump speeds, but seriously. Ugh. No wonder we failed that shipping mission. Thank you for taking us on our journey, Lepsis Magna. Jerry smiles. In the time he has been on your ship, you have grown quite fond of the man and his quiet manner. He hands you a credit chip and tells you that future generations of spacefarers will probably take routes to new systems simply because of the research you have helped out with your service. And maybe we'll survive because we're helping out the Polarans, right? You wonder about what the probe will find out there. Perhaps the universe that you are beginning to know so well will only turn out to be a corner of what really is in existence. Perhaps the probe will be the first human contact with an alien race. Only time will tell. Still nothing in the bar. We're going to head back to Rimshot for one final check of the outfitters. Oh yeah, I never actually checked the outfits. That was the whole reason we went there in the first place. So let us check out the outfits. By saying that, they're going to pop up a mission I'm going to forget. Or not. Oh, Thunderhead Lance. Can't have any of this item. Interesting. Oh, we probably don't have any hard points left. Too bad. Nothing there. Glytech Delivery. Let's take one of those. And see if that kickstarts the outfitter missions. Man, now that I know that it takes 3 days to jump between systems, ooh, I am less happy with this ship. I mean, it's not the end of the world, because we can still make it, but it's not fun. Wait. Did it just happen? Did I accidentally hit OK or something? I must have accidentally hit OK or something. Wait. From Merim in the Hannaford system. I'm so confused. What's going on? Oh no! We went the wrong place! Was there a time limit on this? Oh, we have no chance of... Yeah, we have no chance of doing that. That's unfortunate. Aborting the mission, I think, doesn't count as failing. I might be wrong about that. I could be totally wrong about that. I don't even know if that matters. But we're going to head back, and we're going to try to pick up a mission. And this time, we're going to fly to the right planet. Wouldn't that be a first? Yes, excellent. So, right, I need to get out of this view before trying to fly to wherever we're supposed to be going. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that almost twice. December 4th. Ugh, this 3-day jump time is not fun. I wonder if that's because of equipment we have. I hope it isn't. That would be awful. I'm going to need to look into how to shorten that, because 3 days a jump is not fun. I don't even... Yeah, see, this is throwing off all of my calculations. So it may have literally been... Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, we can't do these missions! Oh, that's awful! Oh no! Oh, man. Okay, so it's January 7th today. I think it only takes a day to take off still. Let's head to the Outfitters, bar, and missions. Yeah, okay. It's January 8th. Okay, so it is still only a day to take off and such. Yeah, they've probably stopped trying to give us missions. This is unfortunate. Are these the same missions? These are the same missions. I think we have to leave the system and come back. I probably should have noticed that slightly sooner. Who's fighting who here? Nope, they're Aurons. I don't wanna get on their bad side. It seems like a good idea at the time, and then you need to fly through their space, and then bad things happen. Okay, it is currently January 22nd. February 16th, and we need to pick it up from Port Kane. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 31 days. It is February 16th. Oh man, we can't make that. That's awful. That's awful. Oh no. Okay, well, man, I don't know what to do about that. I may need to go look up online how to deal with that. How to shorten hyperspace jumps or something. Ah, man, that's frustrating. There's not even anything here. Urgent delivery to Hargan? That's 2 jumps away. Yeah, I think we'd be able to make that, right? Yeah, we'd be able to make that. So this would be March 2nd. Okay, so these are a lot less... Yeah, these are a lot less time sensitive, it would seem. Yeah, these urgent deliveries, bulk deliveries, if they ever show up, those are good too. Oh, interesting. If you were scanned by an Auroran vessel. 1 ton of information. 1 ton of information. Think about that for a moment. Eesh. Also, couldn't you just encrypt it? They wouldn't know that it was illegal. Anyway. I think that's where we will call it for the day. I'm never going to remember to go back to Veraki. Okay, here. I'm going to write this down. I'm going to say this at the end of the video so that I remember it. So, we need to go to Veraki to do something or other. We need to go to KLRE to do something or other. And we need to scan the western edge of the Wraith space. We need to go to Rimshot for the missions. We need to do some bounty hunter missions so that we progress that storyline. And we need to go to Soul Bar to check for the Wild Goose mission. That's it for the day. Have a wonderful day.